morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How are you all? It suddenly became 10 o'clock all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to get the light right in here as well, so it's not working too well. I might have to close the blinds in a minute. So let's get these lights on so we can see what we're doing if I have to close it. Anyway, how is everybody? How's your weekend been? You got your crown on, Jane? Oh, good. I hope you're all wet. A spelling mistake. Morning, Gemma, everyone says happy morning, Skadges. Morning, Mary. Receive your goodies from the grand sale on Saturday. They are stunning. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Good morning. Lovely hair again today, Gemma. Oh, thank you. I'm using the big barrels. Yes, we are all well. Well, I'm well. How is everybody else? Abby's saying good morning to everybody. I've just been trying to have a bit of a tidy up here. It's just I've got to pack it all, and I realised I've only got like 5-6 weeks left. So I've got 2 more weeks working part time, and then I can actually pack. But then it's knowing what to pack and what to leave out because we've got surgery day. And you could ask me for anything on that day, so I don't know what to leave out. You got your parcel, Bognet? Oh, good. Jewellery is fab, thank you. Oh, good. I was looking forward to today because I knew I'd get all the lowdown on whether you got all your jewellery. I've had a few messages. Thanks, Abby. Your jewellery is fab. Nice pendants. Yes, thank you. This was from last week's Chalmers thing, and I was going to put it on my website for sale, but I like it too much. I've never worn rose quartz really, so yeah, it's new for me. But I'm pinky today, peachy pinky. So I thought, well, it would work. Looking forward to the surgery, says Abby. So Abby, you'll be pleased to. Good morning, Hazel. You'll be pleased to know, Abby, I've just been photographing some milliput stuff ready to put the workshop up later today. So there will be a introduction to milliput workshop coming up. I don't know if we can do. We might be able to decide on a date right now. That's what I was going to do, and then realise there's only 5 minutes to go, so I didn't. Let's have a look. Gosh, it's just going so fast. Got a lovely bank holiday weekend coming up. So next Monday will be a very brief Monday Mojo, and I might be elsewhere, but I will pop in. But yeah, I might be elsewhere. I don't know what Chris got planned. We've got things going on, so I will see you hopefully. Can you, when it is, ask a quick question? Received your jewellery, love it. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying your jewellery. Some of you have massive parcels. Good morning. Received my jewellery parcel. It's lovely. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Isabel. I'm just having a sit down to watch you, and then I've got to pack for a market in Cardiff this week, and then full steam ahead. Oh, good. A nice market. An Easter bank holiday weekend market. Should be good. Hopefully the weather stays nice because we've had just glorious weather, haven't we? It was a bit overcast yesterday, but it's been gorgeous. So all those fairs and things, it really helps, doesn't it? It gets people out. Got your parcel too? Yay! Hi, Claire. Oh, I'm glad everybody's got their parcels and they're enjoying them. Right, so our jewellery surgery is the 25th. That's already on the website to book. And that is, you can ask me anything on that surgery and I will try my best to answer, demo or advise and guide. And then let's have a look. When can I do the milliput one? I think it's going to have to be May the 16th. That's when it's going to be. Friday, May the 16th. It'll be an all-dayer. Milliput workshop. So heads up, get it in your diary. It's not on the website yet, but it will be on there. So 16th of May. That rings a bell, that date. Oh, it's somebody's birthday. I'll write it down. 16th of May. Intro to milliput. So has anybody Have you all worked with Milliput? Anybody not worked with Milliput? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've got one. I just only got one piece up here, but this is a cab set with Milliput, and you can be really ornate. You can be really rustic. So there's one thing there. What else? I'll grab it. I'll grab it. Got a big pile of stuff here that I've just photographed, so hopefully it won't all fall off. You can do faux metal effects. So faux metal effects. So this one is like looks like a oxidized copper. Faux metal is another metally one. The camera won't like because it's metally. Faux metals. You can make like big metal look components. You can do sort of faux bone effects. So these are some masks I made for some sort of ethnic style jewelry. Here's a skull, so you can get this lovely faux bone effect. And what I'll do in the introduction is talk you through how to use it, when to use it as well, because different stages of the process of the setting of Milliput gives you different opportunities. So I'll be talking to you about all of that. It is a fantastic medium, which I'm so glad I managed to come across and encounter, because it does really change the way you can think about your designs. It's so robust that it's lovely. What else? This one, this is quite funky. I like this one. So it looks a bit like a moon. It's really nice. And then beads. So I'll be talking to you how to make your beads, how to set cabochons, and then how to work with it. So a real introduction to really get your juices flowing. I'll give you loads of examples. So that will be on the 16th of May. So if you've never tried it before, definitely worth a go. But you'll have to get your Milliput in advance. So that's why I'm going to doing a bit of extra warning, because you'll need some time to order some Milliput. Oh, you like those as well? Good. I've not, but I've got an idea for a magic wand. Yes, perfect for making wands, because it's so much more substantial than polymer, so much more hard wearing. You just heard that drop on the floor, and it sounds like bone when it hits the floor. It's really hard. It sets really hard and really durable. Yeah, an all-dayer. Yes for Jane. Yes for Abby. Isabel. You're on your holes that day. Oh no. An idea for Isabel. There's a Smash Hazel. Did a workshop with you and Laura Binding back in the day on Milliput. Loved it, but never used it since. Unfortunately, we were at Katie Parker's workshop that day. Oh no, have I clashed with Katie? I really should compare diaries, shouldn't I? Because I think we share a lot of you, a lot of our students. Are you going to give us a list what we'll need? Yes, it will be on the website. So I'll be doing that as soon as I get off of here. Yes for Wendy. Claire's already on the box choosing. Right, you're ahead of me. So Claire Reed would like box number 5. Who's going to vote today for their mystery mini make? It really needs a jingle, doesn't it? Don't you think? Mystery mini make needs a jingle. I dare somebody to make me a jingle. All right, okay, they're all coming in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 2 for 5, 2 for 9, 1 for 8, and 1 for 4. Okay. Any more for any more? Keep them coming. Hazel wants a 4 as well. Okay. I'm going to cut out. Bogner wants a number 2. I'm afraid the immature person in me makes me giggle. It's very immature, isn't it? Oh, guess what? Yesterday, I actually had an afternoon on the sofa. Chris and I, every night or every day, pretty much for about 2 weeks, have said, let's watch a film tonight. And we have not managed to get into the living room one night to watch a film. The best we've done is got in the living room with our dinner at about 9 o'clock at night and watched an episode of Friends or something, because it's too late to start a film. So a number 9 for Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Carrie. Number 4 for Carrie. 9 for Barbara. And who is that? Jane, you would like a number 6? No problem. Yeah, so yesterday we had a really busy morning. We tidied the house, we took photographs, tried to take photographs for the agents that are going to let this house. So, we said we'll try and get some photos. So we made everything nice and tidy and sparkly and photographable, removing all like personal things. So we did all that in the morning, prepped for lovely Sunday lunch. Chris cut the lawn. I put new windscreen wipers on, which I've been meaning to do for so long. So bad. It was really bad. I just had one streak across the window and it was right on my eye line. It's terrible. What else? Escadius, you'd like a number 8. Good morning, Linda. Yeah, so what else did we get done? We got loads done yesterday morning. Loads and loads. And then we went on a lovely walk with the dog. And we even went for a pint at the pub because it was a lovely sunny sort of sunny, lovely afternoon anyway. And the pub garden was looking nice. So we went in there and excuse me, and then came home and put our dinner on and sat on the sofa. It was about 4 in the afternoon. We managed to watch 2 films. Unheard of. So we made up for lost time. Mind you, I think the last bit of the second one I fell asleep, but never mind. We had a lovely roast beef dinner and watched 2 films. Time on the sofa was lovely, blissful. So I actually feel recharged this weekend. What is going on here? Gemma, do you know if Fleur still does her chainmails? I'm looking for a chainmail piece and thought of her. Oh yeah, Skudges, yeah, definitely. And Isabel is giving you links there. So website is Relax and Craft. So she does kits and I think she sells finished jewelry as well. She does a lot of shows. So so also Leslie Sumner in this group also sells chainmail and chainmail pieces, and she's very talented. So have a little shop around. Just shout out everybody. Fleur and Leslie, they all do chainmail. What did I watch? Now there's a question. One was Dark Side of the Moon, like a sci-fi serial killer thing, and the other one was terrible film, Angel Fallen or something like that with Gerard Butler. That was all right. It was entertaining. It was, entertaining. Bit of a conspiracy one. I like a conspiracy film. Yeah, you're welcome, Skadges. Sorting things out today, Gemma. Sorry for delay. Oh, that's all right. Just glad you're here. Where does she sell it? As I can't find any. Leslie, some. I don't know, to be honest, if Fleur sells jewelry on her website. Does she? Anybody know? Yeah, don't forget your hearts and thumbs up, guys. Thanks, Wendy. Ready, Abby. Where do you sell your work, please, Leslie? Yeah, let's have a little link to Leslie. In fact, anybody wants to put their links into their website, please feel free. You don't have a website, Leslie, you've got a Facebook page, pop your link in. Has anybody started watching Mobland yet? No, I haven't watched that. Yeah. Fleur's main business is her subscription boxes. But she does sell finished jewelry. She used to, at least. I really don't know, because she should go and do a lot of the big shows. So I'm not sure. Morning, Tony. Haven't watched that. I think she's putting a link for bespoke jewelry on her website. Oh, there you go. There you go. Have a little look around. Worth having a nosy. I think she sells tools and all sorts. So I really should know, shouldn't I? I should catch up properly with her. We had a brief catch up when she first moved, but I know she's very busy. But hi all, just got in. Hope everyone is well. We have an awesome sunny day today. Oh, that's nice, Nicola. It's overcast. It's like mixed. Sometimes the sun's really bright. Sometimes it's overcast. But we'll see. We're hoping for a bit of rain, to be honest, because the garden needs it desperately. We have had hardly any rain for 6 weeks. So it's like so dry. Our garden went from looking like Glastonbury after a muddy festival to looking like the desert. So it just looks dreadful. We trying to keep it tidy, but it just, it looks so dead. Just got in. Hope we're in. Oh, I did that one. Hello, Nicola. Hopefully you find what you need, Skadgers. And it's supposed to rain today. And Chris is kind of hoping it does. He's got a massive turf job on today. So at work, they've got this humongous area, like 3,000, I don't know, something about 3,000. And it's all prepared, and they've got to put the turf down. But of course, if it's too dry, it won't bed in properly. So hope for a little bit of rain. I don't know where I'm worried about Chris's work. This is what he tells me. I had a sudden downpour yesterday afternoon whilst hubby was in the garden. Hopefully he wasn't mowing the lawn at the time. Rained yesterday, garden sighed a sigh of relief. Yeah, you can almost audibly hear it, can't you? We had to water some seeds in. We put some wildflower seeds down just to fill the gaps in the planting, and actually to fill the bits that Willow's dug up, and we've had to cover it. So long story. So we watered it, and you could actually hear it almost hissing as it hit the ground. But it's amazing at this time of year for it to be so dry. It's supposed to be April showers. Haven't had any. Just popped my head on before heading home from Pocklington. Ta-ta, oh, Pocklington. I should be up in Pocklington soon. In fact, not next week, week after. That's going to be my closest town, Isabel, when I move up north. I like the smell of damp soil when it hasn't rained in a while. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's so lovely. It's going to be great round here when it does rain, because everything's so hard and dry. And oh, what a lovely name. Yeah, Pocklington. It's nice, isn't it? It's a nice little town. Number 9 for Linda. That's it. Get your votes in. If anybody hasn't voted yet, we're still voting for our boxes. And guess what? Believe it or not, I found more jewellery. More. And jewellery that I'd put up over there ready to go in the sale and didn't. So I might have to have another sale. I'll give you a month to recover. And we'll spread the word. Yeah, I found more jewellery. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. 7 for Tony and a 5 for Nicola. 7 and a 5. Ooh, we got lots of votes in today. I know it well. Pocklington, my grandparents used to. Really, Abby? You know Pocklington? Your grandparents used to live there. It's so amazing, it's such a tiny little place, but it doesn't matter who I speak to, they've got some connection. The other day, this man came into work and he said his name, so he had to sign in. And I said, I know that name. And anyway, we sat and chatted to try and work out how I might possibly know his name. And it turns out he lives just down the road from my dad, and his dad does my dad's accounts. It's amazing. I'm all the way down in Bristol. That's all the way up in North Yorkshire. Absolutely amazing how connected we are. I want, because they say, don't they, 7 degrees of separation is all there is between any two people in the world. And it does fascinate me how we're all so linked. Yet we're so many of us, but we're so linked. Isn't it? It always amazes me. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Nicola? Small world. And like Chris had a meeting the other day with somebody as a sales rep for robot mowers, and they got talking in a northern accent. Chris said, "Oh, where are you from?" He said, "Oh, I've come down from Driffield, which is where Chris's mum has just moved to." Fucking absolutely nuts. And it's a tiny place. 6 degrees, is it, Bogner? Is it just 6 degrees? I find it fascinating. Yeah. So, what else can I tell you? Okay, so busy with Chalmers gems. I got a show tonight. It's the last one, believe it or not, in the Creative Confidence series. Doesn't mean it's the last time you see me there, but it's the last one in the Creative Confidence series. So we'll be tying it all up, bringing it all together tonight. Talking about all the concepts, and the focus is composition this evening, but I should be talking about, you know, the whole process, all 12 principles and how they all work together and culminate into sort of your final final way of thinking when it comes to design. So no specific designs associated with composition, just because composition covers everything, putting all of those things in together. So color, shape, texture, line, direction, movement, flow, negative space, juxtaposition and contrast, all of those things all come in together to sort of, you know, to help you and aid you in your design. So that's tonight at 6 o'clock on Instagram. And I have got the most gorgeous things. Do you want to see it? I'll show you. I know some of them have been on Instagram, but if you're not Instagrammers, you might not have seen it. This one, I'm so particularly pleased with this one. In fact, is it best I leave it on the bust? Probably. I just love how this came together. Look at that cabochon for a start. It's sensational, isn't it? An absolutely sensational cabochon. I had several attempts with setting this to make sure that I just didn't lose any stone. And then I thought, oh, I'll bezel set it in some silver. And then something went wrong. And then I thought, oh, I'll just stick to wire. Just trying to find a bust to put it on, because you can tell it's not muddy actually and rainy, because I'm wearing white trousers and they're still white, and I've had them on 2 days in a row, and my dog hasn't made me grubby. That's unheard of. Let me just put all this straight. And it took a bit of problem solving to get it to sit how I wanted it to sit. Ooh. Can you see that? So I've made the links out of little flat pieces of copper, and just used these sort of angular tube beads to echo, go around the neck. So it should sit up like on the neck. This is a bit smaller than a real neck, obviously, so it sits a little bit differently, but that should be sort of how it sits. And and I'm pretty pleased with this one. I love this one. I absolutely adore that labradorite. Is the blue is just amazing as it flashes, so much so that I took a picture of it and took it downstairs and said, oh, this is what I've been doing today, Chris. Showed him, and he said, oh, is that lapis? I said, no, it's not, it's actually a labradorite, but it's so blue. And then I've got these gorgeous like angled, faceted, sort of angular tube beads in amethyst. They just work really well together. Just proper chuff with that one. I love it. Love it. How did you set the lab? I will be showing you this evening, Nicola. That's what I'm going to show you in the live tonight. That's the demo I've set up. And then this one, which I'm also quite pleased with. I've sort of discovered a love for my flat wire again. And can you see it? It's not focusing in very well, is it? See if I can get it. It's the light. It doesn't like this natural light. Let's go. There we go. It's better. Look at that lab. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, so that's that one. I like that one. That one was playful. That was me just doodling, and I really enjoyed the process. And then, oh yeah, these are lovely. Abby, you're going to love this. Look at that. That's just a beautiful malachite with a 2mm drill hole, so you can just literally thread some leather through it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, so smooth and glossy. Mine. Quite pleased. I'd be over the moon if I could make that. Oh, you could make it, Leslie. You could. Oh, you love it. Oh, good. Are you all liking it? Gorgeous color combinations. Yeah. How did it? I set that cab tonight. I haven't got any chainmail pieces for sale, Scudgy. I've only got one chainmail piece that I wear myself. But yeah, isn't it gorgeous? That malachite is beautiful. And yeah, just literally onto a cord, and then I've made a clasp for the end. So nice and simple, so wearable. I reckon Chris probably got his eye on that one as well. And then, oh God, these gorgeous. Actually, I'll save that one, show you that one at the end. I got this gorgeous, these gorgeous pearls. Oh, can you see them? Come on. Let's take that light back. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it either. It's actual, it's a pearl. It's just not showing up. They're real pearls. But they're star shaped. So I just put it on a simple chain. You probably see it better there. So pretty, just so delicate. And then I've done one as a charm on a stretchy bracelet, which is, you know, nice and easy to wear. And that little pearl star charm. That's a better look at it, isn't it? So I've got those, and I've also got those lovely faceted clear quartz as well, which are gorgeous. What chainmail? So you like? I do it in copper usually. That's yours again, is it, Abby? And then there's this one, and this cab is just superb. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the markings in it. It looks like the ocean from like a satellite view of the ocean. It is just so gorgeous. And again, the flat wire to bezel it. Really, really simple to do. Let me see if I can get that even closer. It's just not going to do it, is it? Actually, it's better if I'm back here. So yeah, again, lovely color palette as well. So that lime green, you're not seeing it, but it's just picking the lime green out in there, which is nice. So it's drawing it all together. Yum, says Claire. Nice, I like that cab. Yeah, the cab's gorgeous. Are there any other 2mm drilled stones? Yes, there are. She does a good range. She's labradorite with a 2mm drill hole, which is lovely. If you want, Leslie, I will find a link for you to follow, my link, and I'll find the right page with all the 2mm chunky ones on, and then you can follow that link to find some. But yeah, they're just so nice and so easy, so simple to wear. And that's just, I mean, sometimes you just don't need anything else, do you? It's a beautiful stone. I've got a couple of other examples here as well, but that's those. And then I got these little earrings. I just thought, you know, you don't need many gemstones, do you? Sometimes just one gemstone to make a little earring. Just cute. So yeah, I got loads of lovely stuff tonight. Really pleased. And do you know what? I cannot take credit for picking these gemstones either, because these were picked for me by Lisa, who does all the admin, or does a lot of the admin at Charmers. And I said to her, you can pick again in the future. They're absolutely beautiful. When I opened the box, I just messaged her and said, oh, sigh. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful stones, beautiful gems, beautiful cabs. Labradorite is some of the best I've ever seen. So proper chuff with that. I can't wait to show you how to set that cab this evening. It's a really nice, actually, really nice, simple cab set. I'm going to have to do it with a different shape stone, obviously, because I haven't got another one of those to do it with. But there will be lots of other opportunities. Try again. A thick necklace choker style. Love that one. Yeah, beautiful stone. Love the color combo. And I think Nicola is talking to somebody else. Skadges. You work in copper, yeah. I like chainmail in copper. I love how it patinas and how it oxidizes and it darkens on the inside and light on the outside. That's what I love about my bracelet, is it changes as you wear it. I love it. So anyway, there's all the goodies I got for you this evening. So don't miss it. If you can, come and join me at 6 o'clock on Instagram Live, and tell your friends. The more the merrier. I will be doing a demo on setting that cabochon. So a really nice, simple cab set demonstration that you can use in your designs. I can do something for you if you wish. I'm on Facebook, Nicola Kim Boujou. There you go, doing a bit of business together. That's good. Sorry, Gemma, doing business in your feed. That's all right, Nicola. That's it. We're all sharing. Yep, look her up, Skadges. That's it. Okay. Have we got any more votes in? Any more votes? And also, yeah, can anybody recommend any good documentaries about like history of design or gemstones or jewelry design? Because I've been just trying to have something on in the background while I'm working, just sort of help with influencing and language and just drawing inspiration really, and just learning a little bit about the history and gemstones and reconnecting with all that knowledge that I seem to have lost since I've got a bit older. So if anybody can recommend anything, because I just keep finding pretty naff documentaries, and it's usually all about Tucson. It all sort of ends up there, or it's all about like the main gemstones. So if anybody can recommend any documentaries, YouTube is ideal, or any of the platforms actually. I pretty much use them all. And I'd be very interested to know anything that you found fascinating in terms of design or history or style or architecture. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a playlist, because I just run out of things to watch while I'm working. But I'll tell you what I did find, and I have no idea how this person has escaped me my whole life, because if you look at his designs, they're exactly what I make, and how when I listened to his interview, I was like, oh, completely connect with what he was saying and how he was saying things. And I'll be quite embarrassed because you'll probably all know who this is, and I didn't know. He's called Art Smith. Now, when I look on my Pinterest boards, things of jewelry that's inspired me, jewelry that I feel connected to in some way, or feel that it's my style, and I pin things I like, then it turns out that actually half of my pins are Art Smith takeoffs. They are copies of his work, or they're pictures sourced, but I hardly ever followed the link. I just look at the image and go, well, that's nice, I'll pin that and put it in my like Mojo booster file. Things like if I'm feeling a little uninspired, I'll have a look through that and think, oh yeah, that's the sort of thing I want to make, something bold like that, or something fluid like this, or use this material. Or that's a great way of setting a cab in this particular design I'm doing. So I have this like catalogue of things that I can flick through, and it will help inspire. And it turns out that one of them is Art Smith, and he is just amazing. So he was around sort of in the 60s and was one of the first sort of modernist jewelers. So he was basically making art that was wearable, and his designs are quite large. They play with shape and form and texture, and generally asymmetric. And if you look at his work, you'll think, oh my gosh, Gemma's always been influenced by him. And I have actually, but unknowingly. So have a look at his work. He was amazing. You've not heard of him either? You've never heard of him? Never heard of him? Never heard of him? Well, oh wow, good. I'm not the only one then. He's absolutely amazing. And he was up against quite a bit of controversy. He was a black man in Manhattan, I think. I think that's where it was. My brain doesn't hold like facts very well. and he had like a boutique store, and so he was also a gay man. So you can imagine he was up against quite a lot of prejudice, one because of his color and two because of his sexuality. And he was this very fine artist, very debonair man, beautifully dressed, hair beautifully done, and he describes his art, his jewelry, as things that play with the body. And I just loved how he spoke about his art. He was so good. And then he went on to be a teacher and taught some of the quite famous or very successful designers, or mentored them. And when you watch the documentaries, it's usually them talking about him and how his influence has sort of shaped design. But his work is definitely the foundation of a lot of the modernist jewelry that you see today. Is absolutely wonderful. And I want to keep trying to find more about him, but there's not actually much out there. And like I said, and all the pieces I've seen before that are definitely his design. He's never been credited in any of the images I've seen. So it's the first time I came across his name was watching a documentary about jewelry making in America. I found it. Afro-Caribbean, 1917 to 1982. Yeah, so he was brilliant. I know the V&A runs courses, which I'm interested in. Yeah, I've watched a few V&A documentaries as well, Isabel, where they're opening and talking about certain artifacts. So I watched one on talismans the other day, which was really cool. And not talismans, what are they called? Trinkets, like totems, talismans. They might be talismans. See, my brain doesn't really work. I just absorb like concepts. I don't really absorb facts. Yeah, weird. Yeah, it is weird. Just Googled him. Amazing stuff. Yeah, Linda is lovely, isn't it? Beautiful work. Like, and you can see it's definitely the sort of thing that I want to create. His style is definitely very me, very what I love making. That very playful with movement and thinking about the body and the shape of the body and where it's going to fit, like body chains and things like that. That's all part of me exploring. Like, figurative art is what I love, and you can see that brought across, I think. So in that sense, I'm kind of consistent in what I like, and Art Smith just does it so beautifully. And he used wire and sheet metal just the same. So he was obviously a silver goldsmith, but he used quite simple, primitive techniques, just like I do. Talking about the V&A, there's a Cartier exhibition which started yesterday. It's on until November. I plan to go at some point if anyone wants to join me. Isabel, I'm in. I definitely would love to go. It's going to be quite difficult, but yeah, I'd love to go. I love the galaxy necklace he made. I'll have to go and have a look because I haven't. I'm gonna try and find. What did you put in, Joe, to get his work up? Did you just type in Art Smith and then images? There was a Radio 4 program on 100 objects from the British Museum. Oh, right. Everybody's loving the galaxy necklace. Which one is that? I bet I know. It's on YouTube, Craft in America. Yeah, Craft in America. That's where I found it. That's where I found him. But it's only a small section with him in it. I'm going to have a look to see if I can. Art Smith. Let's have a look. Images. Ooh. I love those cuffs with the metal twisted and wrapped in. I keep looking at them thinking, how do you do that? And he had a love for jazz, and you can see it in his work. You can see that jazz. And any of you that have done the Creative Confidence course with me will definitely see the jazz, because we talked about synesthesia, and it definitely has that that feeling of movement and irregularity that you have in jazz. Oh, Art Smith. Trying to find the galaxy necklace. Yeah, lava. He obviously loved the fluidity. And this, it's amazing because there's so many of these particular pieces I have on a Pinterest board, but they're not under the name Art Smith. But yeah, I can't find the galaxy necklace. Anyway, everybody go off and have a look at Art Smith. Be totally inspired by him, as I have been. Have a look after the live. We've just pasted the URL. Thank you. Really full program will be on signs, photo on the items on BBC website, I think. Oh, we'll have to have a look. It's fascinating. I've looked at the crown jewels from the Dutch crown jewels, and what else? Watched a documentary on the French crown jewels, and I've learned all about Versailles, and I've learned all about Marie Antoinette. Just, you know, these things just kept rolling on, and I was like, oh, this is fascinating. There's some really fascinating stuff and little concepts and ideas and concepts that sort of come up. Not necessarily the style, but the ideas and concepts come up, and the language used to describe things. So I wrote down here, this is a French word, so you French, parure, parure, P-A-R-U-R-E, parure, like a large set of jewels. And I loved it. I liked learning the new word that sort of summed up, because sometimes other languages have just the most beautiful word, don't they, just to sum up a thing, a thing, rather than large set of jewels. Sounds rubbish, doesn't it? But parure sounds lovely. So I got really excited about that. There's some other things I learned, and the interchangeability of the crown jewels as well. How one piece can actually be dissected and then made into several different pieces. So a crown, for example, you may see as a crown, but it's because it has a different setting that those elements are attached to the crown. But it can be dissected to be worn as a necklace, as a belt, a brooch, a bracelet. The crown can be flat, you know, like more sort of round like that, or up. And most of these jewels and these amazing jewels that you see on royalty are not solid pieces. They are components that you then configure in different ways for different looks, which makes complete sense, doesn't it? Because, you know, you don't want to wear those jewels on one occasion with one hairdo or one dress, or so the fact that you can dissect them, and just the pure skill and craftsmanship in the tiny screws and fastenings and fixings that bring all these things together. And the absolute king of that was Carl Fabergé. He was just incredible. If you feel like getting inspired, you watch a Carl Fabergé documentary. I did my dissertation on him when I was doing textiles, of all things, and he's so he was an engineering genius, to be honest, with the things he created. Yeah, amazing work, and an amazing story as well. So yeah, go get inspired, go and watch all these documentaries. It's amazing what will be drawn out of you, or what you discover about yourself, what you lean towards, what catches your attention, which bits most make you inspired. It's really fascinating little bit of discovery. Go for it. I actually can't wait to put some on now when I finish here. I'll never look at a crown the same way after you're wearing yours, lol. Oh, well, I got stuck, didn't I? You like geometric Art Deco designs? Yeah, I do quite. I like geometry. You love Sean Lean. Me too, Leslie. I absolutely love Sean Lean pieces. I really love them. Yeah, he's got just gone on Spotify. The history of jewelry. Lots on there, Gemma. Okay, I'll have a look. It's mainly crown jewels and stuff. I want like I want a documentary. Perhaps we'll have to make one. I want a documentary that goes right from, you know, ancient amulets and how we adorned ourselves with teeth and things like that, all the way through. I want to see like an evolution through time of jewelry, but doesn't happen. There was one video I shared recently, late last year, of a woman, and it was like a time lapse video, and it just showed from wearing bones and teeth and things right the way through the different eras up to the modern day. And it just morphed, you know, the photo morphed into different things. And I thought that was fascinating to see that history and progression of jewelry, and actually how it hasn't changed that much. You know, the general shapes, the general use of stones and metals, it hasn't really changed, but the styles and the materials and you know, the craftsmanship, that's changed. There's a nice look at it. Love Sean Lean, geometric. I also like coffret. It always sounded so decadent. Coffret. Oh, what's a coffret? Claire, me too. I love them. What? I'm losing. I'll never look at a crown. I'm going to the V&A next Tuesday for the Great Mughals exhibition. Fabergé almost on par with Dresser. Dresser. I'll look that one up. Dresser. Fabergé. There is a guy on here that does pretty different stuff in jewelry. He just turned something into a tiara, but possible to take apart. Oh, well, let us know. Nicola, a documentary jewelry would be awesome. Yeah, it would. I was just about to suggest that you make your own documentary. Yeah. Well, yeah, I would love to. Claire, it was a year or two ago, but I did see something from the V&A on jewelry through the ages. Okay, maybe that's good. I'll just jewelry through the ages. Sometimes just having the right words within the search, isn't it? Galaxy necklace, circa 1962 on Wikipedia. We'll have a look. See what you mean, Mary. Yeah, can you see? He's wonderful, isn't he? Let's do that this week. So if anybody finds a designer or a documentary or something like that you find interesting or inspiring, please share it in Mojo. Maybe we can create like a bit of a, you know, a catalogue of inspiration, and maybe I can put all those links on my website so that if I find a decent documentary, I can have like a download or a inspiration section on the website. That might be a nice idea, so we can go and find it. We could try that, couldn't we? Try it. If you find something really interesting, put it up and I'll see if I can create like a video library on my website. Yes, the jewelry exhibition at the V&A is awesome. I need to see it again. Croffit means a small box, but I have always believed it to be jeweled. Ooh, Christopher Dresser. I'm gonna have to look these people up. See, this is nice, isn't it? We can inspire each other. Sean Lean, yeah, absolutely. But the progress of jewelry in different continents will be very different. Yes, of course. Yeah, there's that as well, isn't there? You can't do it in isolation because it's different styles, you know. But there have been certain people that have influenced design in a big way for jewelry, and so maybe that's where we go with it. I don't know. Worth thinking about, though, isn't it? I'd love to do a documentary. Come on, BBC, if you're watching. I'm up for doing a documentary. ITV, Channel 4, 5, Sky Arts. I don't know. Different topic, but can I ask you tonight's Instagram, the last, will we still be on next week? I don't know whether I'm on next week, Hazel, just because it's a bank holiday, but it's not my last show with Chalmers. It's just the last in this series. But I haven't had a conversation with Marie about next Monday. But I'm thinking we probably won't have a show next Monday. One, because it's bank holiday. Two, because I probably won't have time to prep for next Monday's show. So I don't think so, but it's not my last ever. It's just my last in the Creative Confidence series. And then what? Then what should we do? I did ask last week, and I took down some suggestions and I got the transcript. Thank you very much. So yeah, what do you want to see? What do you want me to theme it every week? Do you want demos? Yeah, I know you want demos. But what would you like to see? It would be an amazing project. Leather. Yeah, the problem is Chalmers don't sell leather, so they don't sell wire either. However, I suppose we could do medium specific, like I could use the gems alongside other different mediums, different medium every week. So yeah, but yeah, have a think. Let me know what you'd like to see on those shows on a Monday, and we'll try to accommodate where we can. Right, let me have a look. Any more votes in before I have a look what's in the box that you've chosen? At the moment, there is a winner, but it could all change depending on whether new people vote. So let's have a look. Christopher Dresser, 4th of July, 1983 to 1934, 24, November 1904, was a British designer and design theorist, now widely known as one of the first and most important independent designers. Yeah, I have come across him before. I don't know why I'm saying I haven't. I have, but I can't remember in what context. Was it when I was at college or whether... I don't know. Have a look. I might have come across him when I was doing the book, actually. Cab set in different shapes. Cultural selections. You could do cultural selections. That's a good idea. Theme or medium each week would be good. Teapots never dripped. Loving the vibe this morning. Can you do a simple wire up for large gems? Yes. Arts and crafts, lots of ideas there. Yes. You too. Oh, you're loving the vibe this morning. Yeah, it's quite Banksy, isn't it, this morning? We seem to be Banksing and being excited about new stuff, which is cool. Get inspired. Or even just one type of gem in different shapes. Yeah, looking at gems a bit more closely. I took a few pictures of flowers just here in my lane. I would love to reflect them into my jewellery. That's a nice idea, Nicola. Yeah, taking inspiration from your surroundings or from a certain shape or tessellation that can be nice. So like when you look at flowers, how they all come together at the centre, you know, or from which point do they evolve? How do they grow? Do they unfurl, or do they spring open? So some flowers sort of swirl open, don't they? Oh, I love those. I love the weeds, you know, bindweed. It's got that umbrella type flower and it just sort of opens out. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, I know it's a weed and it's invasive and it kills everything else. It's so nice. Through the years, yeah. Where do I begin? Begin on paper, Nicola. Look at the shapes. Choose one shape from a flower. Or come on the surgery. That's what you need to do. Come to the surgery, bring your photos, and we can puzzle it out together. But I would recommend just look at one of your photos and choose one of the petal shapes and start there. Let that inspire you. let that petal shape inspire you, and then just make it out of whatever medium you use. So make that shape out of wire, and then go from there. See if you make a couple of them, do they tessellate together? Do you want to exactly replicate the flower, or do you just want to be inspired by it and like have a nod to it? It depends whether you want a realistic realism in your jewelry, or whether you want something a bit more abstract or reminiscent. It doesn't have to be exactly, you can still take inspiration. You need help though. The wisteria is amazing right now. Oh, I love wisteria. We're going to inherit a beautiful wisteria at the post office when we go, because the garden, the summer house in the garden, and the sort of arch into the garden, the gate and the wall has got a beautiful wisteria growing all over it, and it's nice and mature now. It's beautiful, and it is just the most gorgeous looking flower, isn't it? Acanthus, yes, yeah, very nice. There's so many beautiful flowers, aren't they? Chris absolutely loves flowers. I've never been a flower person, but when I went to the orangery with him, with all the rare species, I am more plants. I like plants and bark and that sort of thing much more than I like flowers. And I love like looking at root balls and things like that. But he loves the flowers, so between us, we notice different things. Yesterday we went picking wild garlic, because Chris is going to do a little video on his Instagram, because he's obviously got his Instagram ready for his gardening business, and he's also a wonderful cook. So he went off yesterday. We went off into the woods and picked a load of wild garlic, and brought those back. Now the wild garlic flower is so pretty, and I love the smell of garlic. So we picked a load of that yesterday, and he's going to do a little video of how to use it in your cooking, make things with it. So that'd be fun. No, a nod. Yeah, just a nod, and that's it. So just, don't think about it in its entirety. Just think of either the color, the texture, the shape, the direction it takes, the process in which it grows. Is it, swirl open? Does it pop open? Yeah, have a look and see if there are elements of it that you can take, rather than looking at the whole and then bring it together perhaps in a completely unique way. That's a nice way of doing it. That's how I would do it. I always let the shape sort of dictate my design. Oh, okay, right. I've got no more votes in, so I am going to have to press on, although this is a lush chat this morning. You love poppies? I love poppies. I love poppies. They're so flimsy, and that's the right name, isn't it? Because they always pop. They pop against the surroundings. I wonder if that's why they were named poppies. Probably not. But they just seem to pop out of the landscape, don't they? They're so vivid and so much movement. It's just gorgeous. You shocked yourself and made 3 necklaces last week. Yeah, I saw the one you made for Jazz. It's lovely. Did a really nice job. And I think you're finding your thing, aren't you, with aluminium? I'm really glad that you've discovered that now, Abby. Book the surgery. Come on the surgery. It's exactly what the surgery is for. Those ideas and concepts that you just can't quite get off the ground. Let's get them off the ground together. That's the ideal thing to do on the surgery. Plus, we get a whole day nattering. We have to have snacks ready, because last time we didn't really have many breaks, did we? I didn't really leave the desk much. So I have to have some snacks next time. Poppy, the flower comes from the Old English word for peg. This word referred to various species of the genus Papaver, which is the scientific name for the poppy. Ooh. So not because they pop from the landscape then. Who knew? Right, anyway, let's have a look. So the winner is box number 9. Let's have a look. What's in box number? Oh, box number 9 is this. Now, it's not necessarily this particular bracelet I want to show you. how to do, but it's this particular threading technique. So these skulls, oh, fab day last time. Yeah, you learned loads and made new friends. You did, didn't you? Yeah, we'll do it again. Anyway, so these skulls, because of they had these two holes like a button. So this is ideal for using your buttons. You can do this with that, or any gemstone, or jump rings that you can sort of tessellate, so you can make a weave go through. So this is ideal for that. Now, some of you will have seen the great big button necklace I wear, you know, those 3 giant buttons where the cord sort of crosses over. It's the same technique. So I'm going to show you this, and then hopefully you can think of other places. And as we're in that sort of mood of sharing what's inspiring us and ideas are flowing and jumping around, perhaps you can share a few ideas that you think you might try this technique with, or could potentially try this technique with. What I also need is some thread, because I don't have any. No, right, bear with me. I'll go and get some thread. Try and get something a bit big so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, right. I'm going to move this camera down now then, so I won't do it. I'll put my finger over it because otherwise you get giddy. So bye for a minute. Put this down. Is that the right way up? Yes. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the corner of the... Oh, what's in the way of the camera? It's the corner of the mount. That's not... Right, let's get down a bit. Right, there we go. So, a bit more. Let's get down a little bit lower if we can. There we go. Right. So this bracelet, you can see I've got these skulls in, but basically anything with two holes. So these could be buttons. What else can you imagine would work? There's all sorts of opportunities. And I'm going to get some jump rings as well. That would be helpful. Load of jump rings here. Right. So for this one. So for this one, I've gone in and out of the gemstones, which is helping them sit flat. And then in between, I've popped some jump rings that sort of help bring those cords together in between. So let's look how this works. So I'm going to have a length of cord, and you can choose whatever cord will work best for the size and scale of your project. So in this case, this is a 1.5 millimeter sort of rat tail. It's like a silk cord, and cut that off. You want a bit extra than you think you need for your bracelet, so that you can cross it over, and also to give you a little bit more, a little bit of extra thread to allow for the undulating up and down through the gemstones. So first off, I'm going to decide where on my bracelet I want this section of skulls to sit, and then I'm going to just tie a knot in both of the cords at that end. So I'm going to tie a knot there. That's going to start us off. Okay, and as I'm going to be using jump rings consistently through the piece to add a little bit of element for a little bit of interest for the spacing, you could use a bead, but obviously the hole in your bead would need to be quite big to take those two cords to go through. Oh, I can't get this open. I've pretty much lost all my nails now, so whatever I did manage to grow all come off, because just rip and tear, and oh, can't keep them good, my hands. Okay, so I'm going to thread on 2 just for a bit of interest. So they're going to act like little beads. Okay, and they can sit there. And then we're going to take our threads, and we're going to take the first thread up through one of the eyes and the other thread down through the eye or the hole. Okay, and then pull that into place. So pull them evenly so that they sit in nice and evenly. So you want to make sure you're pulling them at the same rate. Otherwise, what happens is, you watch, if I pull this one, it just brings that up onto the top. We don't want that. So we want to make sure that we're pulling them evenly so that those jump rings or that spacer bead, whatever you put there, sits to the side. Okay, and then we swap. We go down through the eye hole with one thread and up through with the other. Okay, that sits there. And then I always put something in between. I mean, you can just go straight on to adding the next bead in, but I like something in between. But it depends on the look you're after. So let's thread this one and this one. Oh, did you hear my belly rumble then? I haven't had any breakfast, that's why. So pop those on there, and then you would just start again. Just make sure you did that these don't cross over in between, because it does make them twist. So where I've got those threads, just make sure the top one is still the top one, the bottom one is still the bottom one, and then add in your next stone or next button. So from the bottom and then from the top. Okay, and that is there. Right, anybody having any brainwaves about what you're going to use this to do? Anybody got anything? Any ideas spring into mind? You could make a crochet bracelet or necklace centerpiece with the buttons. Yes, definitely. Bought some vintage 1920s buttons in Wonderwall last year. Could use them in this technique. Yeah, absolutely. You've inherited hundreds of buttons, giant ones too. Oh, lovely. Can we see your necklace next time, please? Yep, no problem. I will show you the necklace. Yeah, it's downstairs actually, so I won't go and get it now, but it's the same. It's using this same technique that I'm doing here. And it is such a statement. But the buttons are giant, Leslie. They are like this size each. So I have 3 and they go around my whole neck. They're absolutely amazing. I bought them in Tenerife and I loved them, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I had to have them. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and make some more. Maybe I'll take a mold and make some. Okay, so there we go. That's how you would just keep going, adding as many as you want to this center or bracelet, necklace even, that you want. If you wanted to do a similar thing with jump rings, let me show you how that would work. So you can use the same technique with jump rings. It makes quite a nice effect, especially if you really scale up. So let me find some that are closed. You want closed jump rings for this, really. Let's get these out over here. So if you lay your jump rings sort of over each other like that, so that you get little eyes. So if I show you on a bigger, what we're aiming to do is overlap them so that we get that little space, and then you treat that like your buttonhole. Do you see what I mean? So we go, if we come here, we go up through that one and down through the space that is created, and then opposite on the other side. So we've gone up through that one. So we go, I have to hold it in my hand. Sorry, it's not very clear. So that one's gone up through there, down through there. Just pull it in. We basically want to do the opposite with this one. So if I pull that down there, this one we want to go down through that one and up through the middle. Then basically you're going threading in and out through there, through there. Can you see? And that keeps them laid like this. And this is a nice technique, and nice for making a chain that you've then got lots of options to dangle things from. So you just keep adding. So if we add that one in, now we know we've got to go down through that loop. Or is that, can that go over the top? Down there. Oh no. Yeah, it takes a bit of working out. So if that goes down through there, up through there. That's it, and you just keep adding. So you add another one. Go up through the loop, down through the loop. The little eye that is created. So that one goes down through it, this one comes up through it. And that keeps them in place. Nope, I didn't do that right. Anyway, I'll leave you to puzzle it. You keep going and you get this sort of pattern going. Now that's quite nice just to you know, as like the center of a bracelet. It's quite simple bracelet center, isn't it? Quite nice. So yeah, have a play with this idea of going in and out through gemstones, jump rings, buttons, and see what you come up with. And by the way, just on the end of this one, once I've finished adding in the gems, I've just taken this round and popped a sliding Solomon's knot on there on the end. Okay, so there's a little technique for you to experiment with and play with and see how you can bring it in and elevate your designs, or bring it in and incorporate it into your designs in the future. Let's bring you back. Nice tip, thanks, Joe. You're welcome. Have a nice Isabella, did you have a nice birthday? Did you have a nice birthday, Isabella? You're an April baby like me. We've got expensive birthstones, haven't we? That's April babies. Diamonds. I was trying to make my jewelry and I think, oh, diamonds. Nice technique could be incorporated in chainmail. Yes, yeah. It's, I suppose, like the idea of chainmail is linking hoops together. So yeah. Vaguely remember you making a bracelet for your son on JM way back when using the pattern with the jump rings. Yes, I did. Tom does. I don't know if he's still got it. Could make more buttons with milliput. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, Mary. make some big buttons, because I do love that necklace and it is a real statement piece. People always comment on it. You're after some vintage buttons, Isabel? Yeah, I've got loads of buttons from my nan, but they're not big ones. You love your nan's buttons tin, and my mum added to it many hours of fun. Yeah, I know. I was always sorting out the buttons. Yeah. You're interested, Joe? I'm too, so it's all with, so it always wires. All right, you two. Yep. How clever, says Nicola. Isabella, nice tip. Thank you. You're welcome. Could be incorporated into Gemma. I didn't go do anything special, but I had a very nice, enjoyable day chilling out, knitting with a cat on your lap and watching telly with Adrian. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realise it was your birthday, Isabel. And there was some chocolate cake involved, of course. Sounds perfect. Teach us, Gem, huge buttons. All right, I will. Well, I'll show you how to use Milliput, and then you can use it for whatever you want. Okay, so if you're all happy with your demo today and your research projects going off and learning all about Art Smith and Christopher Dresser and whoever else you find interesting, please share who you find, because it'd be nice to see if we can all get thinking on the same lines. And hopefully I'll see lots of you this evening on Charmers at Facebook, no, on Charmers Instagram at 6 o'clock this evening. And have a lovely, lovely week, everybody. I don't know when. I haven't got any workshops this week. Busy. But other than that, I will. Oh, have a lovely bank holiday weekend. It's a nice long weekend, isn't it? So whether you celebrate the holiday of Easter or whether you just enjoy having the bank holidays, then have a great time. And I hope the weather's nice for you all. And good luck at your fair, Jane. I hope that goes really well in Cardiff. You're all mojoed up. Thanks, everyone. Joe, I'll message you. Not seen that before. I'm late to doctors first. I'll be late tonight. Got doctors first. All right, Tony. Well, I'll wait for you. You're welcome, Claire. Thanks, Leslie. Thank you for joining us. Happy Easter to everybody. You're welcome, everyone. Right, have a lovely, lovely week. See you all soon. I will see you on Monday, but it might not be the usual format, but I will keep you posted if there's any change to that. Okay, bye, everyone.